The opinions and views expressed in this video do not reflect the views of HTT Media Group. Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm going to tell you when to start.
One Mississippi. Do like the girls do. Give me a second. One.
What's going on, everybody? It's 7 o'clock on a Thursday night. You know what that means. This is the Functional Gentleman. We are your host, Roy Gravis, Bucky Pender, and with us, as always, the man that does all the behind-the-scenes stuff, the good brother himself, Mr. John Marble. How is everybody today?
What's going on, fellas?
Hot.
It is hot. It's hot as balls outside. It's southeast Texas. It's summer. If y'all ain't figured it out, we're in the middle of June. It's hot.
Hot. And it just hit out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere? What are we doing?
It's awkward whenever a man's underneath the table next to me.
Uh,
He sure is working on that promotion quick.
I'm not touching that. Has he got his attaboy knee pads on at least? Damn.
Oh,
Come on
man.
with it. Come on with it.
So.
It's not Monica.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
Yeah.
I did not have relations with that woman. Sorry, I couldn't resist. When he said
don't
Monica,
even-
I had to go off on it. Anyway,
Anyway.
so
You had a relation with some woman.
twice apparently. I got two kids.
At least twice.
At least twice. Enough jokes.
Yeah.
We're going to dive right into it. I have two smokes this week. One of them's kind of a special thing. So I'm going to start out with number one.
Okay.
So number one is a Alec and Bradley Kintsugi. Beautiful brown color. It is a medium grade on the taste and stuff. It is a Habano wrapper, which is from the Trejo region of Honduras. I didn't know there was such thing as the Trejo region.
I've heard that as a last name.
I have too. Danny Trejo's a good actor, by the way. That's where you heard it from.
Yeah.
It's got a Nicaraguan and Honduran binder, and the reason it is called kintsugi is because it is modeled after a Japanese pottery method.
Oh.
You don't know what that method is?
Sure. Hit me with it.
It is a kintsukuro, which that is the art of repairing broken pottery by mending the affected area with lacquer dust and dust from one of the following metals, either gold, silver, or platinum. We learned
I
something.
was wondering
very
why you
tedious.
told me to call my book that this afternoon.
That's exactly.
I was like,
Now you get it?
where did he get this word
Now
from?
you get it. Now you get it. Mr. Alec Bradley or Alec Rubin and Bradley Rubin would probably be proud of the fact that I pronounced most of that right.
Yeah.
But anyway, like I said, it's really good. I told Bucky as I was doing the smoke on it, it's probably my new favorite cigar, and that says a lot because I think I've done 14 of these so far. I think how many episodes have we
Something
done?
like that.
14, 12?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah. we're in
Yeah.
that
So
number.
I've smoked at least a dozen cigars this year alone. That's probably the best one out of all of them.
Well, and I'll say the first thing I noticed was
That wrapper is
the
phenomenal,
wrapper
dude.
is amazing looking.
And it
is
also has Japanese on it, which
almost
I cannot even read
perfect.
that whatsoever. But see, if you notice this part,
yeah.
that's the
Oh,
actual. That's the actual.
that word you said.
Yeah. Kintsugi.
The thing.
Kinsukori.
Yeah.
Kintsukori.
Kinsukori.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing.
Kinsukori. Hi.
Corey,
All right.
Corey went to Kinzel.
Yes,
Corey
Corey went to Kinsel. So, smoke number two is this beautiful thing right here, which I even left in the tube. But you notice the red on it?
I do.
You notice the drink of the week has red on it? That was the tie-in for everybody that watched my video
Yes, it
from
was.
my work truck when I said wax. So if you put in the comments that it is a Maker's Mark and Maker's Mark cigar combination, we'll go back and look at it. I'll message you. We'll get your shirt size. We'll send you a shirt if you guessed right.
By the way,
in.
can we just talk about how I want to say to Bucky himself and to yourself that I appreciate you paying homage to
Car chats with the good brother.
Car Chats with the Good
Love it.
Cats with the good brother.
Absolutely.
Hashtag John's car videos.
So, oddly enough, this is actually called a Ted's bourbon cigar. Okay.
Ted's bourbon cigar.
Yes, and it is
Who's
bourbon.
Ted?
I don't know who Ted
Oh,
is,
okay.
but
I just
apparently
thought of that.
Ted cooked up some kind of deal with Maker's Mark because it tells you right here on the band, seasoned with Maker's Mark.
Hot dog, look at that.
So that's why everybody refers to it as the Maker's Mark cigar.
Yeah.
It's a medium mild. It has a Dominican Sumatra wrapper, and are you ready for this? A Cuban seed Dominican filler, which means it is a Cuban seed that they grew in the Dominican. So technically, it's not a Cuban; it's just a Cuban seed.
Yeah.
These cigars get confusing.
Hey,
real
not only that, I'll do you one
More
better
and
than that.
more every time.
If
Every
you
time.
can find this little gem right here, but with silver wax on it,
Yeah.
that's special. You want me to tell you what's special about the silver wax?
It's silver.
So the silver wax is the 10th anniversary. The wrapper is a Connecticut shade, but the secret is the fact that it's seasoned with a top secret blend of Maker's Mark.
Ooh.
Hey.
So if you can find the silver version of that, I would highly recommend it.
We're on the hunt.
That's a good smoke. I tried both of them. Fantastic. The Kintsugi's better, but if you were to pair this and this at the same time, it would be probably the best thing ever
Yeah.
because they're that good.
Yeah.
So, being as I've done my thing, you want to dive into the drink of the week?
Let's dive right in.
No big surprise, because it's on the table.
We're doing Maker's Mark, and our lights just went off.
That's okay.
We're fine.
They,
we don't need lights because we shine without them.
Oh, man.
Get it?
Where's our sunglasses?
I like
Mine
it.
are on the
Okay,
table.
They are.
My new accessory of the week this week.
So, we are doing Maker's Mark. It is just the regular Maker's Mark that you can find.
Or
everywhere.
is it because it has a special
It is
label?
It is a special labeled Maker's Mark.
There's only one of these in the world.
Only one. As you can see, it is crafted specially for the functional gentleman.
Hey, how about that?
Shout out Maker's Mark. That's awesome.
Put it on the board.
That's it.
I stole your line.
You did. I don't even know where to go with that.
It
Not sure how I
happens.
feel about you stealing my stuff.
Well, I mean, you know. First it's T-shirt designs, then it's catchphrases. I mean, next thing you know, I'll be growing a beard.
I was about
Maybe.
to say, don't say you're gonna grow hair.
I
because
can't grow
that's-
good looks, bro.
I'll let him try.
There's a reason why I always wear a hat, and that's the exact reason why.
Me too, but I don't wear a hat.
So
Well,
obviously,
you're not seen on camera.
That's true.
Well, this is
except for
true.
your show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
fantastic. So
Obviously, the first thing everybody notices about the bottle is the red wax.
the red wax is trademark.
Do you know how they got that start?
I do
and
not.
Who did it?
But I do know this: every bottle is hand dipped.
That is
I do
correct.
know
Every
that.
bottle is hand dipped in the red wax. So, Bill Samuel Sr. is the creator of Maker's Mark.
Oh, wait a minute. Is this a thing that has to do with his wife's cognac collection?
Yes.
For the shape of the bottle?
Yeah.
I do know a little something.
See?
Hot
You
dog.
learn. So, his wife Margie is basically the co-founder, and she is the first woman inducted into the Whiskey Hall of Fame.
Congratulations for
Wow.
her.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
So, the shape of the bottle she came up with, the hand wax dipping she came up with. The shape of the bottle is because of her 19th century collection of cognac bottles. She loved the shape of those and modeled it after that.
Cognac.
The wax is obviously another homage to that, and she actually did it the very first time in her chicken fryer. And she said her fried chicken never tastes the same.
Interesting.
So explain that to me. So she took the grease out of the chicken fryer, put the wax
in it, and
heated
then
it up,
dipped the bottle.
and then okay,
Yeah.
that's kind of cool.
Yep.
She was
like
willing to ruin her fryer for her husband's passion.
There you go.
Yeah. So, just a couple more notes. One of the things I find kind of funny and something that you never really notice because it's just always kind of there is the little circle with the star and the S and the I and the V. So, the star is for the Star Hill Farm, which is where they grew up and where they resided for most of their lives. The S is for Samuels, their last name, and the IV is the Roman numeral 4, because at the time it was actually believed that Bill Samuel Sr. was the 4th generation distiller of what was originally a family recipe that got lost in a fire.
Oh wow.
So he had to come up with this recipe all on his own. But it was later found out by one of his sons, I believe, that he was actually a 6th generation distiller.
Nice.
But the 4 stuck.
right.
So that's where the SIV comes from.
You want to know another fun fact about Maker's Mark?
I love fun facts.
You know, Maker's Mark is one of only a few distilleries that rotate their upper and lower levels in their aging warehouse to even out the temperature.
And you know they do that manually by
Yes,
hand.
they do by hand.
I think that's pretty cool.
That's a lot of work.
It is.
Yes.
They're also one of only a handful of American whiskey distillers that don't use the E.
That is true too.
WHISKY. No E.
Very good. You know what else?
Hit me.
This is technically classified as a wheat whiskey.
Yes, there is no rye in this
There is
mash
not.
bill at all.
You want me to break down the mash bill for you?
Sure.
Break it. Break it.
70% corn,
Break it.
16% wheat, and 14% malted barley. So, like my man said, no rye.
None
So
whatsoever.
therefore, we ain't gonna get no film on the glass.
There you go.
Outstanding.
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 Let me tell you 2 fun facts that are not going on with this bottle.
What are they fun facts for then?
Well, they're fun facts because we've talked about them before. So, liquor.com, which I know you're a big fan of, and you check out their stuff. Liquor.com released 2 of their newest top list.
Oh, yeah?
Do you want to know what the, according to liquor.com, number 1 liquor, American whiskey, under $50 that is cask finished is?
What's that?
Angel's Envy.
I got goosebumps. That's good stuff.
You want me to tell you what their best value pick was on that same list? Old Forester 86.
Really?
Very
Yes.
nice.
Oh wow.
So shout out to liquor.com.
Uh,
I thought it was pretty cool
That is
that,
pretty
that
cool.
we've talked about both, and we've actually reviewed
Yeah.
Old
The
Forester
Old
86. I got a feeling Angel's Envy is coming down the pipe.
it is. I looked at it today, actually.
I love Angel's Envy.
And to continue kind of on our balling on a budget, we
Ballin'.
you can get this bottle for anywhere from $30 to $35, depending on where you go. So that is definitely in our balling on a budget range.
Absolutely.
And I feel like we're going completely opposite end of the spectrum from where we were Saturday. Because if you think about where we were Saturday,
Oh, yes, by far, because we were saying something that costs like $200 a bottle,
yeah. Well,
first of all.
I didn't really mean that, but yeah, that is part of it.
That is very much part of it.
So, as everybody that watched knows, we were at Texas Tail Distillery. Shout out.
Drink local.
I
I had to wear the shirt today.
So we walked into their distillation room,
Yes.
and
Their
I
di-
thought we were going on a tour, and the guy stopped. Old Nick, he stopped and he said, "All right, this is it.
Yep.
It's a one room, no bigger than probably a 1-bedroom apartment, and that's where they do it all.
But yet they turn out some of the best
They
stuff.
turn out some stuff.
I don't know how they do it.
Now, on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, Maker's Mark is a huge distillery.
Very much so.
It's nationwide. Everybody knows who Maker's Mark is. It's probably one of the top 3 to 5 that you think of whenever you think of whiskey.
Yeah, I mean,
Jack,
because
Jim,
normally,
Maker.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, there's a few that come to mind whenever you mention whiskey or bourbon versus the local brands and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So-
and you got your, as I refer to as, and this is not to cast shade, but your quote unquote rot gut whiskeys, which is like
Rot
the
gut?
yes, you've never heard that term before, have
No,
you?
I need
That
can we-
falls in the wheelhouse of your Evan Williamses, your Ezra Brookses.
Anything that's under $20 a handle.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
Anything under $20 a handle.
The
McCormick's.
the stuff the stuff that when you walk into like the bottle shop or something like that, you look at it and you're like, and somebody looks next to you and like, we're gonna have fun tonight. That's
You're
what
not
he's talking
buying
about.
that to drink it like we drink it.
Exactly.
You're buying that to get effed up.
Exactly.
Can you say F though?
We go tonight. We getting drunk.
Yeah. Exactly.
Poor guy.
poor guy.
Poor
How's it
guy.
go? We've gone off the rails.
We have gone off the rails a little bit.
So while I was doing that, my co-host so rudely did not at all.
Now I'm curious
No,
with the
I'm
wax
gonna
thing.
let you do it.
All right, so
So
There's a little tab.
there
that
is
you
a little.
pull.
It starts out with a little tab here, and
okay.
you do pull it, and they've kind of got it
Oh,
sectioned
okay.
off there so that it just peels right off.
My
Is
ci-
it
Because
a
my
cork
cigar
bottle?
does the same thing.
Is it a cork bottle?
I don't think it is. Nope.
It is not.
It's not the same.
Not the same.
Kiss my ass.
You know what we're gonna do? I think I'm just gonna go in and go buy a bunch of corks. That way,
We're gonna pre-cork.
we're gonna pre-cork
everything.
I
every
feel
while.
like we should get a sound board that has the cork
Yeah, we need to
popping.
get you a
Yeah, there you
We
go.
can get you a soundboard.
There you
Look
go.
at Fantastic. So
Right off the.
it does have a really good color. I like the color of it. It's very apple juice esque.
That was my first thought.
I mean, it's almost
Like if I was in
See-through?
if I was in a TV show, this is the bottle of whiskey that I would want sitting on the table, because you could put apple juice in your cup and
Right.
nobody would
Yes,
ever know the
nobody
difference.
would know the difference.
Yeah.
So there's definitely that very light.
Yes, you see the
I
film.
think the technical term for it is legs.
Yes,
I
the
think
technical term is legs.
We've discussed that before.
Has somebody been reading the internet? Have they?
Well, I wanted you say so many big words with your cigars. There's not a whole lot of big words in whiskey.
No, it's really not.
So right off the bat, very little leg, very light color. I can see my finger on the other side of it.
Mhm. Oh wow, I can actually read my notes through it. That's fantastic.
So there's definitely the woody oak.
Yeah, you're gonna get that. It's oak. You get a little char, just off the nose, or at least I get a little char. But like I said, my palate also too. We've established. I go more to the earthy tones and
You
stuff.
definitely always lean more toward that.
I lean towards the nutmegs and the
so-
stuff like that. I love the.
I
love the
would
smell of it,
I would
though.
use the word hearty. You like the hearty stuff.
Well, no, it's really like in cigar terms, it's really called earthy,
Earthy.
is what it's referred
Oh.
to as. So
Something else I get is
I'm not gonna lie, that's intriguing. And I'm another full disclosure thing too. This is the first time I've ever had Maker's Mark.
Really?
Yes.
oh,
So
I get more rubbing alcohol than like that alcohol proof smell. It's different. Maybe it's just because it's a young whiskey.
Yeah.
I did the
If
inhale.
you ain't choking, you ain't toking.
No, it was the inhale. I usually exhale. But I tried it your way. It is really good. I'm not gonna lie. For first time having it, it's not bad. I mean, it's to me, I get a lot of the, like I said, going back to the earthy tones. I don't get as much of the medicinal alcohol as you were kind of referring to earlier.
You know what I do get?
Lay it on me. What do you get?
Hall's cherry cough drops.
You always get. I think you got cherry on the brain.
Cherry.
Every whiskey we reviewed has had either sour cherry or dark fruit.
I don't know.
You just got a.
My-
You just got a.
Do-
You got a
Where
fruity
you
palate.
go, where you
Apparently,
go earthy, I go fruity.
Yeah, you got a fruity. You got a fruity palate to go along with our producer's delicate throat. I mean,
cinnamon.
Yeah.
Cinnamon.
we're all over the place. Do you get cinnamon? I don't get the cinnamon in it. That's just me though. Are you literally drowning pheasant right now?
Mini drowning, like a baby drowning.
I don't even know. I don't even know what the name of a baby pheasant is.
I don't either. Baby
But if
pheasant.
somebody wants to hit us in the comments or whatever for it, we're all good with that. So we had technical difficulties. We're not doing this on YouTube tonight.
Oh, no.
So just to full disclose
was-
that we were having some technical issues going into the show, so we decided to stick with the one that brought you to the dance, as my dad used to say. So we're sticking with Facebook for this week. We should have everything worked out by next week. So next week we will be on both YouTube and Facebook live at the same time. I'm not gonna lie, I'm freaking out a little bit about it
Freaking out.
because I'm gonna have to use different terminology because Facebook has likes and then follows, and YouTube has subscribe, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be confusing. You got something to say because you opened your mouth.
So I don't know if we could use the term for a baby pheasant as far as alcohol, because it's so a baby pheasant is also called a chick.
Hey,
Okay.
hey.
So it couldn't be the drowning chick.
Oh yeah, it could be the drowning chick.
Yeah, I see a lot of issues with that.
No, okay.
I see a lot of issues with that one.
So,
It's really good. I'm not gonna lie.
it's really good, but I can't get now that I've said Hall's cherry cough drop.
you can't get the cup.
Now that it's sitting on my mouth, I can't get rid of it. I feel like I just sucked on a Hall's cherry cough drop
He said sucked
after
on.
doing the drowning chick.
And
Suck
and I don't know because, like I said,
With
and
my
y'all,
fruity palate.
I think one of y'all agreed with me that when I pulled the bottle out of the fridge, I was like, man, that has a very reddish
It's-
tint
yeah.
to it.
It's very red.
So
It's
I
different.
don't know. Maybe it's
No, it's.
All right, here's the important question.
Uh-oh.
How many crowns you give it?
2.5.
I'm right there with you on that one.
Did they agree?
I know. It's
First
weird.
time ever.
First
Holy
time
moly!
ever. I know.
2.5 crowns for the win.
2.5 crowns. I mean, it's good. I see why people like it.
It's.
It's just for me and my palate, it doesn't work.
You
for
can
me,
definitely tell
I'll
it's
be
a
honest.
mass-produced
Oh yeah,
young
for sure.
whiskey.
Yeah, it's very
But it's not bad.
It's not bad. No, I mean it would do in a pinch. I don't know how desperate that pinch would be, but it would. It
You
would
know,
do good in a pinch.
Fun
and,
fact.
and I'm sure Maker's Mark's probably watching this, and if
Probably.
they are, they're probably going to be like, "What
Screw you guys,
does that
too."
fat guy know? He don't
Yeah,
know.
he don't
whiskey."
know nothing.
Bull crap. I do.
One of their original slogans was, "It tastes expensive because it is."
I call bullshit on that.
How much is a bottle?
This bottle, $30 to $35.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's average.
So I got a feeling next week I'm going to have to bring something that'll put this down. We're gonna put this dog down, as they say.
Oh yeah.
So, are we getting into
Are we doing this?
the topic, or I feel like we need to cover what the crap you're wearing? Because when I told my co-host about doing a Father's Day episode, I didn't realize
Finger
he was gonna
guns and all.
I didn't realize he's gonna take me that damn seriously.
Oh,
Because
I cannonballed.
I've never
I'm
seen
in.
this dude in cargo shorts before in my life.
Me neither. Well, once.
And not only that, I mean, you got the white shoes with the
Oh,
grass
yeah. I got
stains.
grass stains and all.
Can we show
You-
off this?
Yeah.
John, can you do some fancy camera work?
Y'all gotta check this out. I was amazed. I started laughing when this
All the way down
walked
to the
in.
hair. I even did. My hair's not cut to go this way, so it was hard work to get it to go.
Yeah, mine's not neither,
Sideways.
buddy.
All right.
My hair's not cut to go that way.
So somebody announced that this is the dad look.
This is the dad look.
This is the basic dad
As you can
outfit.
see, he's
Car-
got the hair.
Very much hair going the opposite direction.
Blue,
Very much
and
salt and
basically,
pepper in the
can you go
beard.
This way a little bit. Just
Yes.
all right. Hold on. I gotta
So
go.
look, you can see the
Look
grass
at there.
stains and all, baby.
Woo!
Ooh, look at them bad
Grass
boys.
stains. Beautiful.
I feel like this show has officially went off the rails,
Hey, if you don't go all in, you ain't dedicated.
bro. Apparently I'm the least dedicated portion of this show
It just shows you.
because of the simple fact that I didn't go that dedicated. I'm rocking
I'm-
my Drink Local Galveston,
I'm all
Texas
in
shirt
for
that I
the
got
fans.
from Hey, I'm for the fans too. That's why I'm wearing a local T-shirt, so to
That's
speak.
it.
Speaking of Texas Tale,
Oh, you want to do?
I do want to do the review. So for those of y'all who follow us, we were at Texas Tale on Saturday. We did a live.
Yes, we did.
The live went well. It was a very lively crowd. We had
That was
people
awesome.
in shot, out of shot. I mean, there was
People asking what the heck we were doing.
yes. We had one guy that was talking to us about RVs.
RVs.
I don't even know anything about RVs, but he
Me
was like,
neither.
"Man, y'all should check these people out. They do a lot of the stuff and yada yada yada." And I'm like, oh, "Okay, cool." Don't know crap about RVs. Couldn't even remember the guy's name neither, but
You know,
it is what it is.
it is what it is.
But back to the Texas Tail part, Nick and Laney, we literally, I know, and I speak for you on this. We want to personally thank y'all for allowing
Yes.
us to come set up and do our live. We had a blast doing it. So much of a blast that after we got done with the live, we went and checked in our hotels.
Went
and
and
then
got some food.
And then we met up for dinner because you know when you're doing the drinking thing, you got to eat.
Hashtag day drunk.
Hashtag day drunk. And then we went back to Texas Tail that night.
Yes, we did. We went
So,
back for seconds.
We did go back for seconds. It was that
that
good.
good.
It was that good. Good atmosphere. They had a live band going on.
Yep.
Forgive me because I don't know who
I
they
cannot
were. I didn't
remember.
pay attention to that part. I was too busy drinking. Why are you grinning and laughing? And
Oh boy.
Because as my added, go ahead and finish your Texas Tale thing because as an added part of this show, I'm going to do something.
Oh,
So,
oh
go ahead.
god. So as an added part, he's gonna do something.
Something.
I'm holding my hand in a funny way already, so I know that means stuff's gonna go sideways in a hurry.
Is that what this means? This
Yeah.
is the universal sign.
That's the
of
universal
going
sign for
sideways.
shit is fixing to go south.
No, definitely. On
And we had some
Just
good stuff
everything.
too. I mean, we tried.
Oh, I think we
God.
tried just about every drink.
I
that they
mean,
had.
we tried their old fashioned. When you and I went back that night, we had something that literally looked like a milkshake.
It was a shot though.
It was a shot, but it was a key lime pie with whipped cream and everything. And it
Graham
was,
cracker crust.
yes,
on
it was
the
good. And
rim.
the rim was dusted, or it was dressed as they call it.
Dusted.
Yeah, dressed. I'm sorry. It was dressed.
It
It was really good. I loved it.
I don't even like key lime pie, and
I can't
thought
wait.
it was
To,
pretty
I can't
dang
wait
good.
to go back. I hear they're doing a thing that we can't talk about because
Oh.
we're privy to certain information
Yeah.
on the show, but we
are gonna keep our mouth shut on that one.
we can't talk about it. But let's just say they got something new that's coming out. We'll just say it like that.
I give it a fighting chance.
I give it a fighting chance too. I like what you did there.
You
That's
like that?
awesome. I do like that. So
Uh,
what's you were with us in the house that day
Yes.
actually.
What are your thoughts?
'Cause,
So-
we can't do the show without the good brother himself.
So
Never.
First off, their establishment is amazing. Everything about that place, from the AstroTurf outside to where you can lounge and smoke your cigars and have a good time, to inside,
Yes, you
their
can.
bar is absolutely beautiful.
It was
That
awesome, yeah.
That
Um,
bar backsplash.
Yes.
Oh,
And
next
then
level.
obviously the distillery part itself, getting to see how the process is done.
And the alcoholic snow cone maker.
Yes, and the alcoholic snow cone maker was
That's a real thing, folks.
That's a real thing.
We saw it firsthand.
But so, other than that, I'm going to use that one too. But anyways, so we it was a fantastic time. The drinks were amazing. Like I said on the actual show, that might be my
Bro,
second favorite.
We had everything
whiskey of all
from
time.
we had
That's
everything
awesome.
from a BP splash.
BP infusion.
And I
BP
can't
infusion.
remember.
Still
I can't remember what
convinced it
that
was named
was.
after
I don't know what that pink
she
thing was
gave
that you
me.
had, but it
Oh.
looks
Oh,
phenomenal.
it was delicious.
I hear their Bloody Marys are
Oh,
next
man.
level
they
because
got
they
green
have
beans
a
on it.
they have a
And-
vegetable infused vodka.
Yeah, and I would have tried that, but I'm not a Bloody Mary.
I'm not a
guy.
Bloody Mary
I'm not
guy.
a Bloody, I'm not a Bloody Mary guy
The
neither,
picture
but
they
I'm
shared,
just
though, was pretty legit
I'm just gonna
today.
go for the record. When we go back, I'm trying a Bloody Mary.
Yeah, I think when I go back, I am too.
Y'all are
So
crazy.
so wait a minute.
I'll
Here's
take y'all's
here's
word
the
for
big
it.
question from it. How was the brisket grilled cheese? Because I know that's what you were super excited about.
I mean,
I am gonna
Come on.
drive. I'm gonna drive back down there just to get another brisket.
take the
grilled
wife.
cheese. Yes,
she's got to
like
try it,
that
too.
thing was phenomenal,
it was good.
and she would like it just for their French fries because their French fries are delicious.
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah,
I don't know
they
what
were-
they do with
yeah.
their French fries, but
I
they
don't
were
know.
they're like
either, man.
perfect.
they were crispy but soft on the inside.
Yeah.
Shout out to James Wilson and the guys.
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
they're the part that
Yes.
oversees the food truck. So shout out to them. Shout out to Lainey too. Lainey was,
Man, she
La-
was awesome.
she by far she got to be one of the best hostesses
Yeah.
From the
around.
moment we
Absolutely.
walked in,
We
till the
walked
moment we
in and
left.
it was, hey, whatever you need,
Yeah.
we got you.
Yeah,
And they weren't kidding, dude. We had a blast. It was
really
fun. I don't know if y'all see it on the table, but I have my Never Stop Chasing tumbler from
Yes.
Texas Tail. I'm in my Texas Tail t-shirt. This is Drake
You
Locally.
went all in on it.
I even have my Texas Tail wristband that says Never Stop Chasing.
Chasing.
So shout out to Texas Tail. We
Those
love
guys.
those guys. They were
They're
awesome. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to go out on record. If there was a bartending contest, I think Cassie from Texas Tail would win it.
yes,
She is a phenomenal
Absolutely.
bartender. She is on point.
and
All her
fast.
really
And
fast.
super
God.
fast.
Dude, you
Yeah.
watched her at one point. I literally look over and John is like not even producing our show at this
Yeah.
point. He's staring at the bar like this.
I'm just
And I'm
watching
like-
how fast this
I'm
girl
like, "Are
is.
you okay, bro?" And he looks at me and he mouths the words, "She's really fast."
Yeah,
And I was like, "Okay, that's
One thing I
wow."
would like to see, because that old fashioned was so good,
Oh, that old
I want to
fashioned
see
was-
it almost taken to the next level. And I think if they could have a way to enclose it with a smoking gun and smoke it to give it a little bit more body and depth,
yeah.
I think it would almost give it a whole new.
And see, as a gentleman, I think that's kind of what I bring to the show is because y'all are cigars and liquor and everything. I'm more of a nightlife kind of guy, and I grew up that way. And I've seen bartenders. I've seen the best of them. I've seen guys and girls throw liquor bottles behind their back and catch them and everything like that. That woman right there is up there in the top 5.
Oh, she's
like
next level.
she is fantastic.
by far she's
Yeah,
next
for
level.
sure. Now I have to go on record and say, I was blown away by their vodka.
Yes.
I figured you would. I told you
I
going
have
into it. I'm
to
like,
shout
dude.
out the fact that they're making probably the best vodka I have tasted. Laney brought us a flight that had the vodka,
Mhm.
the pineapple infused vodka,
Yes.
the red hot whiskey.
Yes.
The
That red hot whiskey or red hot vodka?
I was still
No, it
upset
was
I didn't get to try the pineapple
red hot
vodka.
whiskey.
It was red hot whiskey.
Because you had said Fireball, and that's not their thing. They actually take red hot candies and infuse it.
No,
with.
they do.
Yes,
not.
With
they
the
do, and I'm
whiskey.
telling you right now, it surprised me.
It was legit.
It surprised me. That's how good
See,
it was.
I was really excited for that. I'm gonna have to go back
You're
because
gonna
I
have to
didn't
go
get
back,
to do the vodka,
yeah.
and I want the
Um,
pineapple vodka.
It was
The
good. It was really good.
apple moonshine, which I'm gonna admit I'm not a fan of.
No.
And then there was one more. Am I missing one, or is that everything?
I think it's about it.
I think that was it.
Yeah.
So I went vodka first. Everybody was kind of staring at me, wanting to know my opinion on
Well,
it.
because we know you're. I know you're a vodka
Right.
guy, so
it's,
I mean,
it's hard to get me to switch, and let me tell you, they could have brought me a glass, however big they wanted to. They could have brought me the tumbler, and I could have drank it like water.
Oh wow.
There was no burn.
He
There
told
was-
me,
it
he's like,
was-
dude, this is the smoothest stuff
It
I've ever
was
drank.
the smoothest vodka I have ever drank.
That's what they cut their. I'm telling you, when I say that's what they started with, because you heard it from Nick's mouth.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's what they started with. They
Yeah.
started with the vodka.
But as much as we could probably make a whole other show on these guys, I think we need to probably hit the topic of the week.
I think we do need to hit the topic.
We've seen the outfit.
We have seen the outfit.
Okay, so now I can do my little part.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yeah, come on now, hit
So
me.
I have top 3 dad jokes in my personal life.
Oh, good. God.
Number 1, you ready for this?
Sure.
Come on.
Why do fathers take an extra pair of socks when they go golfing?
I don't know why.
In case they get a hole in one.
But,
Number 2 was the one my wife showed me just now. My wife told me to stop acting like a flamingo. I had to put my foot down. And then number 3, which is my favorite one of all time. If April showers brings May flowers, what do May flowers bring?
inform me, please.
Pilgrims.
You would think I would love
I'm
this
done.
segment
I'm done.
because Dana gives me crap all the time about the corny dad jokes that I make.
Oh, I love dad jokes. They're my favorite thing in the world.
I'll give it to you. Those were pretty good.
I'm trying to think of how I'm going to process this.
Everybody, we're just gonna sit in silence for the rest of the show and enjoy
No,
our
we're
whiskey.
not sitting in silence.
Um,
We need to tackle this
so-
topic.
I don't know if you had any kind of.
Honestly, I called it the functional father.
Hey, functional fathers! It's Father's
It
Day.
is Father's
Yeah.
Day.
Um,
So I know you got a bunch of notes.
yeah,
You
I mean,
always
I
do.
kind of just wrote a little bit of an introduction. You know, we had to do a Father's Day episode. We're guys. It's a guys show about what we want to talk about.
Right.
Plus, we're both dads.
True.
So, no, the good brother is not a father yet.
He's a father to fur
He-
babies.
He's a father to fur babies.
Yes.
So I did go out and I bought me and Roy matching Father's Day presents, as you can see on the.
Which I'm not gonna lie, I was asking for a funnel while you were in the
Yeah.
your first potty break.
You were gonna fill it?
I was gonna put Long Branch in it,
No, that's some good
which I
stuff too.
probably need because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not.
Is it still in there?
It is still.
I mean,
in there,
we
I
can
think.
we can bust it out.
Well, I mean,
but and
So, anyways, I bought me and Roy matching Father's Day presents, and the
and
first
I
thing.
appreciate that.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you,
welcome.
by the way.
The first thing Dana says whenever I pull him out of the bag is, "What'd you get, John?"
yeah,
Come on.
it's okay because
At least she was thinking
Can I
about
say
you.
it? Can I say it?
Yeah, go ahead.
So this man, because he bought the Father's Day gifts for Roy and
Yes.
himself and everything, and he loves me to death. He bought me a bottle of Jameson Black Barrel, which happens to be my favorite whiskey of all time.
A little bit of
So,
help from
told
Roy.
you.
There you go. Because it is probably the best Irish whiskey you'll ever drink in your
Yeah.
life.
I don't know. According to Liquor.com,
Other than the
actually no, they didn't even have that on there.
Really?
The list I saw. You want me to tell you what it had on it?
what was number 1?
Tullamore
Really?
See, okay, I do like Tullamore Dew,
I do too. I've
But-
had Tullamore
but to me this is just a little better.
Well, I knew you were an Irish whiskey guy, and I had
Yes.
said Jameson in the text that I sent to John.
I'm not
to
gonna
Roy.
lie, I have not
But I
had
couldn't
Black
remember
Barrel ever
which
in my
one.
life.
Right.
I've never had Black Barrel.
Oh, you're gonna have to try it then before you leave. Here,
There's
Come on
another
with it.
glass.
yeah.
Get the bottle.
Well, I mean, I feel like John should have.
Oh
the
wait,
first
no,
drink.
you can do this because it has a cork in it.
Oh,
So
That
go
has a
ahead.
cork.
Can we do that? Yes.
See, we can make the sound. Hold it close to the mic. There you go.
There
Good
it is.
job.
Oh, I heard it. Christy says, "Happy Father's Day, gents."
Thank you, Christy.
Happy Father's Day to Aaron.
Yeah.
By the way, Christy's Aaron. Oh, that smells better. I think we're gonna do a double review tonight.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Oh
That's
man.
got good legs to it. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie. You do your Father's Day thing. I
So
think I'm just
yeah,
gonna do this.
you enjoy that. That's the Jameson Black Barrel. So I had to do a little bit of digging because I didn't really know much about the whole Father's Day and how it started. Because I took a more
I know
educational.
You did
approach.
take a more. I take a more kind of
And
personal
I figured
approach.
you were gonna go that way.
Yeah.
It's harder for me to do that, just from a personal level.
Yeah,
So
which is fine.
there are, from what I understand, two different stories of how the first Father's Day was celebrated. First of which, June 19th, 1910,
Oh, that's
in
deceptively sneaky.
Washington,
I may get in trouble with that.
Sonora Smart Dodd, attending a Mother's Day sermon at church in 1909, felt fathers deserved equal recognition as her father raised 6 children alone because his wife had died giving birth to their 6th child.
Oh wow.
She then suggested June 5th, the anniversary of her father's death, but Spokane, Washington had scheduling issues, so they deferred to how about we do it the third Sunday of every June, which it still stands today. The second is a little bit older. It goes back to July 5th, 1908 in Fairmont, West Virginia. Grace Golden Clayton suggested the minister of the local Methodist church hold services to celebrate fathers after a deadly mine explosion killed 361 men.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the two different stories. And then somewhere 70 years later, in 1972, the Nixon administration officially recognizes this
Good.
day as
Not
a
gonna lie to you.
national holiday.
Good job for Richard Nixon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took a lot because it started in 1924 with President Calvin Coolidge, and then in 1966, Lyndon B. Johnson, through an executive order, designated the third Sunday of June officially Father's Day, but it was not an official holiday. And then in 1972 is when Nixon said it's officially a holiday.
Good job.
So, Rosalie,
Yeah.
of course,
Oh, I can't see comments. You can actually see
Can't.
comments.
can't beat the 18-year-old Jameson.
Oh, come on.
No, I agree with her.
No, you can't because
agree
of
with her.
how expensive it is.
I agree.
Come on.
Not just that. I've had as a guy who's had both
Yes.
now.
I'm going to have to
telling
listen
you.
to this every single
Every single episode.
No, you're not gonna have to listen to it because I can tell
Every
you a way you
episode.
can avoid it.
I know.
Yes. He knows.
Just buy some.
No. So the funny thing about
I'm
it-
not rich.
So my brother is actually having his official housewarming party Saturday.
Yes,
Okay.
he is.
So both functional gentlemen were invited.
Yes, we were.
Whether both
Thanks
of
for
us
the
show
invite,
up or
Rhett.
not is
I got to work.
I know, but we're gonna leave after you get off work. I just need you to leave your car somewhere in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Because
There
I
you
have
go.
third row. So I mean, we can accommodate everything.
I have third row. My wife has third row.
Yeah, but we drive.
You have the bed of a truck.
No, we're taking the wife's car.
Oh, okay.
She has third row.
I could put a mattress down on the bed of your truck.
You can. My truck bed is huge, by the way.
So what do you have on before? Because I could probably go on with my notes. but-
Man, honestly,
kinda
like
curious of
Father's Day for me growing up, I'm not gonna lie, because for those of you who want to know a little bit of my background, so when my parents divorced, I was actually the child that went and lived with my father, like by choice. And Father's Day for us was always just kind of hanging out, you know, watching baseball, basketball. My dad was a big basketball guy.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I despise basketball, but you know, nevertheless, it was still fun. Nowadays, it's a little different because, like I said, in October 2019, I lost my father. So last Father's Day was literally a trip to Morris Cemetery in between Evadale and Buna, and this Father's Day is going to be the same thing because it's something I do all the time. Every Father's Day, well, since he died
now,
at
yeah.
least, I go out there and kind of have a chat with him, even though I know physically he can't hear me. I know he's still here because I say certain little things now, and when I say them, it makes me click back to when he was here. So
Yeah, and
rest in peace, Pops.
rest in
Yeah,
peace.
and just real quick, a moment of silence for all those out there who
Have lost
don't
their fathers.
have lost their fathers.
I will say it was pretty cool going and helping y'all clean out the house as y'all were selling it.
Right.
There was a lot of, you could tell there was a lot of history there. There was a lot of things.
There was a ton of it, dude. I mean, there was everything from trophies when he was in high school
Yeah.
to trophies when I was in high school. There was
giant wooden encased televisions that were probably from.
oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
That was the 1970 Curtis Mathis. I can tell you right now what it was. That thing was heavy.
Awesome.
My brother and I still joke about that thing. I think I blew out an O-ring that day.
A whole 3 channels, huh?
Yep.
4, 6, and 12, buddy.
That's it.
That's it. 4, 6, and 12.
With the clicker dial.
No, this actually had the buttons.
Oh, it had the buttons?
Yeah, it was. It was 1970, so it actually had the
Oh,
buttons.
okay, there you
And the
go.
cool thing about this particular television was it had a 8-track and cassette on
Yes,
one
it
end
did.
and a
And
turntable on the
record
other
player
end.
on the other.
It was big.
It was.
It was
very
about
large.
as big as this new table that we're on right
Yeah,
now.
there you
Yeah, we
go.
did get a new table.
But no, I mean it's just like for me, it's kind of like I kind of keep Father's Day low key.
Yeah.
Like literally what I did last year, and like I said, last year was the first Father's Day that I actually didn't have my dad around. So I literally went to the cemetery, hung out for a little bit, then I drove to my in-laws to spend Father's Day with them, which my wife and them left earlier. I always go to the cemetery by myself. It's just a thing that I do. So it was hard. I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, I felt a certain peace from it. I
Yeah.
guess because I know I can still talk to him. I know where he's at, which
Yeah.
you know. But it's yeah. So I mean, for me, it's a little different. I know your background's a little different than my background, but for me, it's different. So now I kind of just go and hang out, and then we keep it low key at the house. We usually grill with my in-laws, which is always good because my father-in-law, bless his heart, he likes the, as he calls it, red chicken, which is the marinated chicken that you get from Mercado de Familia on College Street.
Oh, dude,
yes.
they have some good stuff.
Do they do? So I usually do
Their
fajitas.
short ribs are awesome.
Their
too.
short ribs are awesome.
where are we going with this?
So what's your take on Father's Day? Because I'm not going to lie, I kind of have, and I can say this openly, I have mad respect for you and the fact that your 2 girls are not technically your girls, but it takes, I've always said this growing up, and not just that in my adult life as well, it takes a special man to raise somebody's kids that technically aren't his. So I have super mad props to you for doing that
appreciate that,
because I would probably choke the shit out of somebody else's kids. But that's just
Yeah,
me.
there's times you want to.
There's times you want to, but I mean, super shout out to
no,
you
it's
for doing that.
it's pretty awesome. I'll admit that.
Yeah.
It's crazy how just one day it all clicks in your family and they start saying Happy Father's Day
That's it.
and it all kind of hits and starts
That's
getting
what
real.
to me, that's what it's all about, man. It's about spending time with your, like in your case, your fur babies, because I know that's what you're gonna do, and then spending time with your dad. I
Yeah.
get that. And spending time with Bobby's dad, because Bobby Marble from Listen Closely is actually sitting in the house with us on this one. So, hey, Bobby.
She
Oh,
said
shit, I
that.
wanna
She's
talk.
not speaking, but we're waving. So,
So
it's all good.
It's a little different with my family. Like when we were growing up, we celebrated Father's Day. We still do, but we don't really get together or do anything that much. We do get dad presents and stuff like that.
Right.
But my dad growing up, and we talk about this. My dad is my superhero. Like the reason we were talking about, my wife came in and said, oh, well, he's not allowed to be around electricity anymore. And that's because my dad, because I electrocuted myself a little bit a couple days ago. And
At his house, not at the studio.
but in respect,
We're up to twice.
my father always taught me, hey, those 2 things that are attached to your arms, and if you always use those, you can always make a living.
Yep.
And my dad is my superhero 100%. I watched that man fall off roofs and do all that and just get right back up. And I'm just like,
So you took after him in the whole trying
Yeah.
to fix things. You fall off roofs, you electrocute yourself.
I mean, and you just keep going. But he worked for this city for almost 28 years, and the man can tell you where every piece of pipe in this town.
I'm not gonna lie.
Like-
As a sitting city council member, I wish we had your dad back in the city.
Yeah, like the man knows everything there is
Oh my
to know
God,
about this city.
There's so much
Um,
knowledge rolling around in his head. It's not even funny.
And
I had a conversation with him one day about piping, and he's like, "I know literally where
Oh,
everything
God.
is."
Yeah.
He was starting to explain stuff that
Whoa,
I didn't
whoa,
even
whoa.
know where it was,
Yeah.
and I like ask, our public works director and all that kind of stuff. I asked him, "Hey, do you know where this is?" And he's like,
No.
"Does that even exist?" And I was
Yeah.
like, "Yes,
Yeah,
it
it
exists."
Apparently, it's there.
But
So-
the thing about that is that he actually was the one. Him and my mother were the ones that gave me the love that I have for this city, because I watched how he grew up in it, and I wanted to change it. Like I wanted to make that the
wondering how
city
long that was gonna
that
take. I
gave
even
us
got a
our
screenshot.
livelihood. I wanted to make
this
that
one?
city better.
Okay.
So that's why we're here. That's why we
It-
do
it is.
HTT
That's
Media.
why we do
That's
what
the
we
whole
do.
So
point,
thanks,
man.
Dad. We love you.
Thanks, Pops.
And not just that, to kind of recap. So it's going to sound like I'm casting a little shade on you, but I'm really not.
No, go ahead.
So there was one point during our ribbon cutting that our producer, the good brother, kind of got in his feelings,
Yeah.
and I literally pointed because we were all sitting in the studio talking. And it was me, your brother, your two brothers,
Mm-hmm.
and you were there. There was a scene that we literally all turned around and watched while it was going on, and I told you flat out, if you don't believe in what you're doing, that moment right there, you need to capture
Yeah.
in your mind, because it was literally Adrian, which is Justin's wife, and a lady by the name of Hope, who unfortunately, due to circumstances outside of her control, is in a wheelchair. And they were literally in the middle of 4th Street. It's 4th, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
4th Street. They were literally dancing in the middle of 4th Street.
And the
Yeah.
smile on her face.
And the
was-
smile on
was
Hope's
awesome.
face was just absolutely priceless. So if you don't believe in what you're doing, that moment right there should tell you what you're doing is you're on the right path.
And there
Yeah.
were a ton of moments like that. And the picture you posted the other night or the other day,
Oh my God,
The
the
group-
group
the group
picture. Yeah, the
photo.
group photo was
the fact
phenomenal,
that
dude.
everybody was having so much fun in that
Yeah.
picture. I mean, that was really cool. Although I feel safe saying, stop taking screenshots of things because I feel like that was a screenshot.
No, that is a saved photo.
Is it? Well,
Yes.
I don't know who took that photo, but they need to get rid of their flip phone.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
I'm just,
Not just that. Shout out to Miss Addison Jensen
Yes.
as well.
yes.
Because I
And-
mean,
and
that's,
that's
she
the
was
thing.
out there. She was having a blast.
she
you know,
was having a blast.
We're talking about, being a father. And as a father, you want your child to be able to grow up in a decent community.
Right.
And I feel like the work we do here helps that.
Yeah.
I think, and our kids are going to see that growing up. So, yeah, anyways, beyond all that.
Yep.
Oh, thank you, Miss Christie. Yeah, I don't know who took that pic.
So, we try to do a little bit of research and we pull from a lot of personal things like we've been talking about.
Right.
So, this is another one which I find funny because there's so many modern gentleman, dude websites out there.
Oh God, yes.
I mean, there's a million of them, but as you look through them, there's so little real conversation on topics of one of the very, very few guy holidays, which
Yeah.
is Father's Day. There's nothing out there. There was a crap load of top 15 gifts to buy your dad.
Yeah, I mean, and that kind of aggravated
top 15
me.
gifts. Gifts,
That kind of
gifts, gifts.
aggravated me doing my research because
really
I'm
wa- I
like,
don't care about
dude,
all
9
that.
times out of 10, I don't want anything.
Right. I
just
want to
Yeah.
spend the day with my
I
family.
want that moment.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, I know you've said it before. It's kind of a moment over gift
Right,
type thing.
exactly.
And Father's Day for me, that's kind of what it's all about, especially with a guy that has 2 young children, like very young children.
Right. It's almost like all you want is for your kids to walk up to you and say, "Hey, Dad, I love you. I appreciate you." And if that's what you get, all the gifts in the world will never matter.
Bro, I'd be
Right.
okay with my almost 8-year-old coming in and doing a fist bump.
Yeah. I mean,
Right, exactly.
I mean, I'm easy to please.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's crazy how there's so little conversation and blogs and topics on these kind of things when there's really very few guy holidays. I mean, you got to think about it.
Research for this one was, I'm not gonna lie, this is probably the toughest topic as far as a research standpoint, that we actually did.
Because off the top of my head, I can think of 2 holidays that are guy focused. That's Father's Day and Steak and BJ Day on March 14th, otherwise known as Man's Holiday.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not touching that.
But and
Which I strongly support that.
so I have a question
I'm not touching that.
to the two of you for that.
Okay.
So, do you feel like throughout the last couple of years, or at least the last decade, that Father's Day has been pushed to the side by,
this generation.
this generation?
I feel like you could say that for a lot of things.
Yeah.
There's no more tradition.
Right.
That traditional Christmas, that traditional Thanksgiving, that traditional Father's Day, all these things that we consider tradition because it was what we did whenever we grew up.
Right.
It's just kind of all going wherever they want it to.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So yeah, I mean, I can somewhat agree with that statement. Any thoughts on something?
No, I mean,
Along those lines,
I
or-
completely agree. I mean, we've said it 100 times. The sad thing about it is this world is not what you and I grew up in.
Absolutely.
As far as actually like growing up and cutting our
Yeah.
teeth, so to speak.
And we're not even that old.
No, I'm
Yeah.
literally.
I mean, if you think about it, we had the internet, we had some video games, we had.
I'm literally like 120 days away from being 40.
Woo!
Yeah, I know.
And I think the sad thing about it is that, so to me, it's okay for change. I'm all for change. It's okay to change stuff. But at the same time, you have to remember where everything came from. You have to clash that history with the present.
Well, not just that. It goes back to the simple statement of you have to know where you come from
Right.
to know where you're going.
Exactly. That's and that's my thing about Father's Day is that, people have stopped really appreciating the role of a man in the world. I mean, that's my opinion. I agree with that 100%, but that's just me. Okay? And I don't want to take that any further. That's all I'm going to say about it. There you go.
No, for sure. I mean, I can totally agree with that.
Just to kind of switch gears a little bit because I feel like it.
Yeah, that'll go down a rabbit hole that
We can get into a rabbit hole, and
Yeah.
just to switch gears.
Can we get into a rabbit hole?
Well, we can't.
We-
FGOC,
yeah.
I mean, that's definitely
That's
not
true.
happening.
Yeah. So I had some. I'm not gonna lie. I had somebody ask me the other day. They're like, "Hey, I watched your show. Y'all talk about the FGOC thing. What exactly does that mean?" So I'm gonna full disclosure it. So my brother, who I'm sure is watching because
Yeah.
we've already seen a comment from my future
Yeah.
sister-in-law.
We owe royalties.
So FGOC literally stands for Fat Guys on Camera. That's what it stands for. But we hashtag it. We do all this stuff. And not only that, I got to give another shout out too while I'm thinking about it. So I don't know if you saw the Facebook page. I got a text message from our super fan DJ Ferguson, who is
yeah.
at a
Yes.
school board convention in San Antonio, and the picture I got
awesome.
was one of our shirts draped on a chair with a picture of downtown San Antonio in the background.
That was
Love
a
it.
really cool
It
picture.
was
Love
a
it.
cool picture. So I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Shout out to DJ. I
Shout
know
out to
he's
DJ.
watching. I think he's watching at least, but if he's not, I know he'll catch it on the playback.
Yeah, he'll
He's
catch
usually
it.
pretty good.
Yeah. Somebody will let us know something.
Is Bobby fixed to take a nap?
I think so.
Man.
I don't blame you, Bobby. I'd
Yeah,
take a
me
nap too.
Yeah.
So, like I said, and just kind of switch gears before we do get all in our feelings.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm not in my feelings by no means.
Yeah.
So, like I said, there's a ton of Father's Day gift guides out there that you can find. One that did pique my interest because I scrolled through damn near every one of them, and I was like, nope.
That's scary.
The one that did pique my interest is from themanual.com, released on June 21st of 2020, so last year.
I like how they did that.
Yeah,
the manual.
Yeah.
I like that.
So this list was called the best American whiskey for every kind of father
Oh,
who likes whiskey.
yeah.
So, it piqued my interest, obviously, because we are dads who drink whiskey.
Well,
Yeah.
we are dads who drink whiskey. And you want to tell you the cool thing about that, not to cut you off in the middle of your thing,
Go ahead on.
we get all our whiskey from the bottle shop,
Yes, we do.
which is located at 102 Pine Plaza and down in beautiful Silsbee, Texas.
Yes.
And as we always say about their unofficial slogan. The proof is in the bottle, not the sign.
There you go.
So, paying bills.
There you go.
Paying bills.
I feel like segues are getting.
That was pretty
We
good.
should teach a class.
We should.
Yeah.
So, don't forget, the bottle shop is not open on Father's Day, so if you're a last minute shopper, get it before Sunday.
Yes.
Get it on Saturday.
So the first
Which,
one.
by the way, according to a movie or a remake of a movie, do you know Saturday is Beer's Day?
Beer's Day?
Yes, because you can't buy beer on Sunday until afternoon,
Oh.
at least in the state of Texas. I'm referencing Footloose just in case you were curious.
Some of the things y'all reference on this show.
You gotta reference something. I mean, we can't all be like rolling
that's
on
the
the
case-
field where
Oh,
we have
well,
this just random
that-
ass shit that
That
comes out of
nobody
our
knows what
Oh,
anybody's talking about?
Old Crow Medicine Show, the Avent
Oh,
Brothers.
whoa.
What are you on about?
Don't knock
Didn't
my
realize we were
bands.
72
I didn't
year old
knock
men.
your bands. I'm just saying that
Hey,
John Q.
sit over there with your
Public.
sensitive throat. I will say, my man has some pipes on him though with that sensitive throat.
He
That
does
dude-
have some
That
pipes.
dude got it out
He
there.
got it. I'm not gonna lie. His version of, and I'm assuming y'all did the Dobie Gray version of Drift Away. I love that version. by
Yeah,
the way.
because nobody does the Uncle Cracker version because Uncle Cracker sucks.
Boo.
I hope Uncle Cracker doesn't want to
Yeah,
sponsor
please-
the show
please
at
don't.
some point.
He's not.
Cut,
Okay.
hey, we're gonna cut that.
He's definitely not now because you just threw him on blast for no damn reason whatsoever. It is what it is.
So let me run through this list real quick.
Run through your list.
Grilling, the quote unquote grilling dad. They recommend Woodford Reserve Double Oaked.
Double oaked is legit.
It is
Makes
some-
sense.
That is some good stuff.
I've heard several people mention double oak. One of them happens to be Jeremy Sires. Shout out to YouTube.
Yeah.
Jeremy Sires, if you ain't watched him, he does a little bit of everything. He does grill stuff. He does coffee stuff. He does whiskey stuff.
I didn't know he did coffee stuff.
Oh, he does a lot
I
of
might
stuff.
have to check
dude.
that out.
You're going to have to check that out.
Yeah.
Because he's one half of one of my favorite podcasts, which I'm a little
Yeah.
disappointed in because apparently they're on a hiatus.
Yeah.
Because they hadn't released an episode in a while, which is Whiskey Knife Fight. So
Yeah.
shout out to YouTube for that. That's a good show.
So
It really is. You got
it is. It's a good show.
Yeah, John's watched it.
Yeah, I like it. So
It's all about-
grilling.
research.
You said grilling, right?
Grilling dad.
Yeah.
So what is? I'm curious. How did they pair Woodford Double Oaked?
I don't know. They didn't really give a whole
Grilling.
lot of
Where'd you get this from?
themanual.com.
Okay, the manual.
Yeah.
The next one is the Rock and Roll Dad.
Okay.
They recommend Heaven's Door Trilogy Collection, which is by Bob Dylan, and it contains their straight rye.
I'm not gonna lie. You know how I feel about celebrity whiskeys
I know.
or
Yeah.
celebrity liquors in general.
It contains a straight rye, a double barrel, and a straight rye aged 7 years, finished in cigar barrels.
Oh.
That sounds interesting. I'm not gonna
Oh.
lie. Me being the cigar guy that I am,
I
that's
thought you would like that.
that's a little interesting to me.
So-
we may have to.
Maybe we can find that one.
So
I mean, I
I'm
know
not
you're
gonna
one of the
lie.
big rye
What- do we?
guys.
Hey, do we have an ad? What's the address here?
Yeah. 315 North 4th Street.
So 315 North 4th Street in Silsbee, Texas, with a zip code of 77656. If they want to send me a bottle of that cigar cured, whatever the crap it was, I'll review the shit out of it.
It's
It
called
was Heaven's
Heaven's Door Straight Rye, aged 7
Does that have
years,
to do with the song?
finished
Yeah.
in
Heaven's
cigar,
Door?
yeah,
Okay, I
cigar
get it.
barrels.
Okay. Next.
Dad with Heart, which I guess you could take this a whole bunch of different ways.
Oh God, I'm scared of this one
It's
already.
actually, I thought it was kind of a weird choice. It's Uncle Nearest 1856 premium whiskey.
Yeah, the sad thing about it is I hear a lot
I've
of the
heard a
stuff
lot
I
of really good.
read. I hear it's really
Yeah.
good. I haven't tried it yet. We're gonna have to.
We're gonna have to break out a couple of these that.
I feel we're gonna have to make like a list of stuff that we're gonna have to try.
And last but not least is the Adventurous Dad, Westward Single, Oregon. I don't know what I wrote down. That's bad.
That's sad if you don't know what the hell you wrote down.
Stout Cask American Single Malt. That is the longest whiskey name.
That
in
is
the
a
world.
lot.
God, that's
That
ridiculous.
is a lot.
Not only is it kind of a weird choice for a national website to put on because it is an Oregon-based whiskey, so there's no way we're ever going to find it anywhere around
Yeah.
here. It's also a $90 bottle.
You know
what?
You know why that's the adventurer's bottle? Because it's an adventure just
Right,
to
you
write
have to-
read that word.
Right,
That is
that
weird.
it's this long, and you'd have to drive 32 hours to
Yeah.
even find a bottle of it.
What was the name of it? Hold up, I'm gonna Google that
I
shit.
bet you could.
Westward Single Oregon.
Hang
You
on
could
a
probably
second.
you could probably go there and it'll get you wherever you need
I was
to.
about to say, you don't think you could like order it online? Or?
I don't know. I know there's a lot of
Are you
different
sure it's not
websites.
Westward Single Malt Whiskey?
I just wrote down what he wrote down.
I'm gonna try this one.
If it's in
It's
Oregon,
based.
if it's in Oregon, you'll know it's the right one.
Oh, good lord. Well, no, the first thing that popped up was actually
Yeah, so
on
you can't-
Google. It was actually Strahan's
You know
whiskey.
it's adventurous when you can't Google it.
Yeah,
Um,
that's made out in the forest by a guy with 2 teeth. Like that's what that is.
Damn tree huggers. Yeah, I can't get down with that.
I don't know about that one.
No, that's dumb. Woo, wait a minute. I did see something that's trending on Google.
ooh, hey, I have a question for y'all.
Okay.
Since we're kind of talking about this whole whiskey thing and we've been on this local distillery kick,
Mm-hmm.
how does everybody feel about a non-alcoholic whiskey?
I'd be down with it.
I call it bullshit.
I mean,
So there's
Wait a minute, a non-alcoholic whiskey?
There's 0% alcohol, kind of like the Bud Zero and Heineken Zero.
And where is it made at?
I'm not sure where it's made at. The company that I found, I don't know why it popped up on my little Google newsfeed thing.
Because I'm not gonna lie, we may be. I'm just gonna full disclose something at 8:02.
Oh,
We may be making a road trip to Nacogdoches. You want me to tell you why?
uh-oh.
I saw that somebody tipped me off to the fact that there was a distillery that watched our live from Texas Tail, and they were called Front Porch Distillery in Nacogdoches.
I like front porch sitting.
Not just that,
Yep,
they
guitar
do
picking.
their vodka, okay? They do a vodka, and they do a whiskey.
Okay.
Their vodka is referred to as Tall Pines vodka, but they have a peppered vodka. I'm guessing with jalapeno peppers. Don't know.
Or black pepper.
I sent them jokers an email.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Waiting
we'll,
on response.
we'll see where
Waiting
that
on a
goes.
response.
Hey,
So if you're
shout out to
watching
those
Front
guys.
Porch,
Yeah.
or we may have to can we put hashtags in the video?
yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna need you to hashtag Front Porch Distillery on this one. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm all about taking a road trip to Nacogdoches. Because not only that, you want me to tell you something else Nacogdoches has? They have Nacogdoches Cigar Company.
Oh yeah, they do.
I feel like we can do a twofer on this one.
Yeah. We can do a 2-a-days.
Oh God.
Bring back bad bad
Why am I
memories.
That's the funniest. That's the funniest thing of the night. So we were talking about non-alcoholic whiskey.
Oh, yeah.
So my brother, of course, who's always watching,
Of course.
sent me a text. He said non-alcoholic whiskey is like driving a V6 Camaro. You almost spit. I love it.
It's different when you laugh.
Man, we need to send him a shirt just for that text. Text me your shirt size, bro. I know you're watching. What's your shirt size? I'll get you a shirt. Just tell me what shirt you want. Man, that was like a V6 Camaro.
No, but the name of the company is Monday, and apparently they do.
Monday,
Yeah, it's called Monday. And
not Tuesday.
Nope, Monday, because Monday sucks, and so does non-alcoholic whiskey.
That is very true. Where is this place at?
I don't know. Like I said, I saw it pop up. Apparently, they're kind of doing like that whole crowdfunding thing, trying to get this thing going.
I don't
and
like the
it is-
crowdfunding thing.
It is a non-alcoholic whiskey. So, are we running a little long tonight? Or are we about to wrap up? How do you want to do this?
We're pretty close. I mean, we're 6 minutes over right now.
So I made and I don't have to go into the notes that I wrote, but I made a flip side list
We have
because
we have a flip side list.
so that's what I kind of called it, because so when your wife and you announce that you're pregnant, or even in my case, I had a lot of support, going into a relationship with children already involved. You hear nothing but, "Oh, congratulations! It's gonna be so awesome! You're
Right.
gonna love being a dad." And then
Are you, though?
And then reality hits. See, and
Okay.
that's my flip side list.
Gotcha.
So some of the things I wrote down. Your needs do not matter as much, if at all, anymore. and you just gotta accept it.
That is very true. Because when you have kids, everything kind of
Your wife
changes and it
and your
becomes
kids come
exactly.
first, and you're always gonna be last.
Oh, by far.
And please shout out to my wife. I love my wife. I love my kids. This was just kind of a fun flip side list. Don't hate me. Number 2, you're going to get scared and or anxious, and most men will tell you it's the money aspect, which is not on most pregnant women or mothers' minds at all. Because we want to be the protector, we want to be the head of the household, we want to make sure we can support. But my thought is, don't let the money overrun you.
No, for sure.
Don't go get a
No.
part-time
Yeah.
job on top of your full-time job and never be home with your pregnant wife
Right,
or
no.
your kids or whatever. Don't let the money ruin your life.
Right.
Because we've talked about this before. Both of us kind of walked away from high-paying jobs to get back to family basics.
Right?
Yeah.
I feel
So,
you need to add a little bit to that
Okay.
before I do the last shot or last call.
so number 3 on my list. I'm gonna do this real quick.
So, hey, being as you got your list, I got a quick question.
Okay, hit me.
That's not on the list. Do you still have the picture with all the shirt designs on it?
The poster?
Yes.
Yes.
Can we post that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do that.
Because we're gonna post that.
Yeah.
If you
everybody-
guys want shirts, by all means, message us and we'll.
Yeah, because we've got all the designs, and there's even more designs than what's on this.
Oh, so foreshadowing. You see this?
Holy mackerel!
That's a whole page of shirt designs.
John, I'm gonna
already.
be busy.
We are gonna be busy. I'm not gonna lie. There may be a Whiskey Whisperer shirt
Whiskey
that I have designed in my head,
I like it.
or Whisperers,
Whisperers.
as in plural.
Yeah. All right. So number 3, you're going to need your own support group, not your wife's Lamaze class. And I kind of wrote down something a little personal for me. Meeting Roy early on, because he mentioned it earlier, was awesome for me. This guy is an amazing father. He taught me a lot just by watching. And I started dating a woman with kids. He already had kids with the woman he married. So it was a little different, but I knew that whenever I saw him, his wife, and his kids, that I had a really good friend and I had a really good guy to look up to as a father. And so I want to thank you. 'Cause
You jackass! You're trying to make me
I
cry. I know what
never
you're
got
doing.
a chance to do that. So as a Father's Day type thing, I want to
I
thank
appreciate
you.
that. I really do. And like I told you earlier, I think it was off air, but it may have been on air as well. But I'll say it again. It takes a special kind of person to raise kids that are not necessarily your biological kids. So I respect the shit out of this dude for that, just in its own right, because that's not an easy thing to do, because you're always, as a parent, you're always wondering when and if they're going to use that term, well, you're not my dad.
Yeah, it scares the crap
Oh,
out
I'm
of me.
sure it does. I'm freaking out.
I'm freaking out. So next on the list is prepare yourself and your house, and then accept the fact that you're never gonna be prepared.
No, you're not.
It doesn't matter what you do, whether they're babies or a 13-year-old girl.
Bro, there's
No
gonna
matter
be,
how much
there-
you prepare.
I'm not gonna lie. There's gonna be times where you're at the lake hanging out with the family, and all of a sudden your daughter busts her chin open on the tile floor, and you have to
Yeah.
rush to Hemp Hill General,
Yeah.
which I feel if you have to go to Hemp Hill for any kind
You're
of
already
medical-
in bad.
Yes.
Next on the list, you will know how to hold your baby or comfort your kids. So don't freak out about it, and don't be like, "Oh, I'm not ready. I don't want to hold her yet or him yet." Or even if you don't know how to hug a child that's not yours. You know when the time's right. And
Oh,
you're gonna-
for sure. Yeah.
You're gonna do it the right way.
It's amazing to me how like your kind of parental instincts kick in. I guess
Yeah.
is what they call them. Because I mean,
That was kinda-
if you'd have told me I was gonna have kids and I knew how to hold them and change dirty diapers and all that good stuff, I'd have been like, "You're nuts. Have a nice day."
Right. So that kind of goes into what I wrote down next. Mothers are superheroes. Dads are not. We're gonna be the protector. We're kind of like the Hulk, which is a superhero, but
That's
mom
very
is Superwoman. She's gonna do it all. She's gonna hear when they cry the first time. She's gonna hear it when they fall. It's usually the mom that.
All right, so I'm gonna make a comic book reference. I feel more Wolverine than Hulk, Hulk, just because of the fact that number one, I smoke cigars. Number two, I'm kind of short.
All right.
And number three, I get pissed off really easily.
I can go Wolverine.
So
I'm in on
You're
that.
kind of hairy too. So
I am kind of hairy. I'm not gonna. Wait a minute. How do you know I'm kind of hairy?
Whoa.
well, your arms. I was looking at your arms.
Are you the guy that's been peeking in my bathroom window?
Maybe.
That scares the shit out of me. Moving on.
So I threw this one kind of in the middle, and it's kind of to be funny, but it's kind of to stop and think about it for a second. No sex in the champagne room. Just handle.
Do you see this? That fly's drunk now officially.
That fly is drunk as shit.
I had a fly literally just fall into my Maker's Mark glass,
That's
and he's
awesome.
not moving.
He gone.
He gone. Sad thing about it is I can't use it for my last call now.
I mean, you could.
No, I'm not drinking.
Come on, man.
Bullshit. No, not doing it.
I mean, it's kind of a funny thing. I mean, everybody jokes about it. Once you get married, you stop having sex and blah, 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 blah. Just don't do anything dumb.
Like drink that glass.
Like drink that glass.
Because he's literally.
And Dana will be the first to tell you. I've always been the one kind of with concerns about it, especially being a,
like, bro,
a stepfather.
he stopped moving. Did you
Kind
see
of freaks
that?
me out.
He
He gone.
died.
Like, he gone.
Yeah.
What are we drinking?
He is drunk. It's not even funny how drunk he is right now.
And last but not least, you are going to question if all of this is worth it. And at the end of the day, it is.
Yes, you are. And yes, to answer, yes and yes. You are going to question it, and you are going to say, yes, it was worth it. Trust me, because I can tell you right now, my kids could not have been more
man.
different
No,
because...
they are so opposite.
Well, no, it's not just that. They were born at opposite times. So it's like a running joke between me and Brandy, okay?
I can't
Braden
handle
was
it.
born at like 2:30 in the morning. Dr. Boss, bless his heart, he's in Marble Falls now practicing up there. But he said, do you know how hard this place is? And we were at St. Elizabeth. You know how hard this place is to find at night? I was like, bro, anything I feel, I've been up since 4.
Shit.
But yeah, and my other one was a scheduled C-section at 7:15 in the morning.
Oh,
So
yeah,
at
that's
least she was playing.
right.
Braden was like,
You can kind of have a plan for that.
Braden was like, here I am, dude.
Yep.
8 days early, and it's
Ah,
2:30 in
God.
the morning. It was ridiculous. There was literally, and I think my mom still has this picture. There was a picture of my cell phone sitting on my forehead ringing, and I didn't even answer it while I was
How does
asleep
that
on the
happen?
couch. I was tired. I think I'd been up for like almost 2 days. That's when I
why
learned.
moms are
That's
superheroes.
when I learned real quick as a parent, you're gonna lose freaking sleep.
You are going to lose sleep. Oh, it's good times though. It's
This is
funny.
very good times.
So let me hit you with a little bit of a shot.
Yeah, put it in this glass because
Yeah.
we're not using the fly glass.
I feel like that's
one.
an honorary fly gentleman.
No, that fly just committed suicide is what he just did. Because he dove in that glass
Head first.
head first.
Cannonball.
So are we doing? Are you doing? Are you
Are we
calling
going
it? I think so. I think we're at 8:15. I think that's a good.
We're good.
Yeah, last call it.
John, we good?
That's up to y'all.
Last call for alcohol.
Last call of the night. A guy speaks, a man explains, a gentleman inspires.
That's a good one to end on.
That was a pretty good one.
That is a good one.
I liked it.
Yep. So,
This has been the Functional Gentleman.
as always,
We've been your host.
function your way.
Function your way. Check us out on YouTube because I will upload this video
Yes, it will be up
to YouTube. Of course, tomorrow at 5 o'clock we
Happy
got
hour.
the happy hour for the drive home. And as we always say, stay gentlemanly and function your way.
Y'all have a good night.
Have a good night. Happy Father's Day, everybody.
Happy Father's Day, everybody.
My tongue get what I deserve. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you.